Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your July 2020 forecast. It's good for the Sun, Rising Moon, and Venus sign of Capricorn. Please keep in mind, as always, you guys, this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading meant for just one person. So it's not going to resonate with all of you because it isn't meant for just one of you. Check your Rising Moon or Venus sign. You could find messages there that resonate a little bit better if this doesn't resonate. If you want a message to be just for you, book a private reading with me. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. All right, let's get into it for you, Capricorn. What I'll say going into this is that this is why I love future forecasts and predictions. It gives us a chance to correct our course and make things play out the way we want them to, instead of what would just happen if we sleepwalk through life. I think you guys are going to have an interesting month. And I can see you guys trying to be really strong and not reckless and foolish in some situations. I do think there will be some endings and finality. And your guides asked me to drop quite a bit of oracle cards to help you make the best choices possible. You do have the Tower at the center of it all in the month of July, Capricorn. And the Tower is not a bad thing. The Tower is when something happens out of nowhere. It can feel like chaos. It can feel like a sudden shift. And it can be a true awakening when we let the tower fall and understand that towers come into our lives to give us an opportunity to hit the eject button and tear something down and rebuild. We are able to build things in a better place. So hopefully these messages will really help you make the best decisions. I've been feeling your vibe a lot, Capricorn. Please understand, again, this is general and that I could be picking up on your energy and the energy of people around you as well. Okay. So what came out of my animal spirit oracle deck was ant spirit, time to collaborate. But owl spirit, you see things clearly now, came in the reverse. And elephant spirit, learn from the past, came in reverse. And I do have a Three of Cups here and a Fool in reverse as your outcome. So I'll be honest, what I'm seeing here for you, Capricorn, is that you might be very enticed to collaborate. You might be enticed to work with people out of necessity, to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And I love that this came out for you because Capricorns are usually very industrious people and can be good at collaborations in order to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, work as a team, and get the job done. But I think it might be a situation that you need to take a little bit more of an overview effect with, because owl spirit is about seeing something very, very clearly and gaining wisdom and knowledge from it. I think you'll be in some situations in July that will confuse you, that you'll have a hard time seeing the forest through the trees, and that also I think your sleep-wake cycle might be somewhat disrupted. You might have a hard time seeing something clearly. Some of you have been also dealing with an air sign. And elephant spirit in the reverse is also a bit of a warning that make sure you do not have a selective memory. Do not forget lessons you've learned from the past. Do not repeat old cycles. I think some of you will be enticed to do a collaboration of some kind that you feel like you have to, but you're not seeing it as clearly as you could be, and you might be forgetting some things from the past that you really need to remember. So keep all of that in mind. The archangels wanted to talk to you. Michael, Metatron, and Ariel came out. The first message that came out for you, this came in the reverse for you, but I read all angel oracles in the upright. Michael is here to say, I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. Michael only comes out to tell us that we're safe when we do have lower energies around us that we need to protect ourselves from. So protect yourself against lower energies. Ask the Archangel Michael to help you. These angels are timeless beings that are very preoccupied with all life in the universe. They love humans very much. They're called different things in different cultures. Atheists call them science and math. Michael is here for you to protect you against the lower energies. You do need to protect yourself and your loved ones even. And he wants you to know that you're safe. So that tells me you might be in some situations where you do feel a little confused with owl spirit in reverse, and you may be asked to forget things that you already know to be true. You're safe. Pay attention. Prioritize came out. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated, says Metatron. So some of you might have a lull in motivation at different times. And with the tower here, And the Hermit here being in reverse as the challenge for you. This is just a challenge. It might be difficult for you to focus. With Owl Spirit, you might have a hard time with focus. You might feel a lot of pressure from work and family and friends. You will need to get organized and motivated to move forward. Metatron is here to help. Ariel came out for you as well. This does look good. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Some of you might have a person around you that's telling you you're not going to be prosperous, you're not going to do well, you need me, or I don't need you, or something like that. Your guides are saying, look, focus. You're safe. Stay focused on prosperity. You are being provided for, okay? And we can help you manifest your dreams into reality, and you'll have this cornucopia if you stay focused and listen to your intuition and you manifest your dreams, not somebody else's dream, your dreams. Only then will your material needs be provided for. But this does look good for you. So in the center of it all for you in July, the Tower. Wow. Hitting the eject button. Be prepared for big changes coming in July. The Tower comes when we are meant to tear something down and rebuild it somewhere else. Let the Tower fall. Don't be afraid of big sudden shifts. A lot of things have been happening for us. It's usually happening for a reason. The challenge is this Hermit in reverse. This could be you. This could be a person around you. This is Virgo. The challenge is this might have put you in a place of isolation, or someone else is saying they're isolated. The Hermit in reverse is a person that is withdrawn to a degree and experiences a sense of depression or even cynicism or denial. So be careful that this is not an energy around you sucking you into their BS or whatever. This Tower is happening for a reason. Make sure that when you spend time alone, you're able to really search your soul and remember the past and remember the lessons you've learned, and that you are able to see things clearly. Sometimes all the smoke and dust from a Tower moment does make it difficult for us to really search our own soul. So this is just the challenge. Get this Hermit into the upright where you're like, I really need to spend time alone. Some of you might be struggling with being alone because I have an Empress here in reverse. So there could be some codependency issues possibly happening between you and other people, or someone might be putting pressure on you in some way. Just be careful of that. That's just a challenge. You can make this disappear. What's driving you guys? This is tough. What you're going through, you will get through it. Ten of Pentacles in reverse to the Ten of Swords. So, and I have an Empress here in reverse, and a Queen of Pentacles, and a King of Pentacles. So this could be a marriage, a relationship, family, a strong business partnership. I think that you are having a hard time with equal contribution from everyone involved. This is sometimes the darker side of wealth or financial failure and loss. The Ten of Pentacles is about family, financial security, wealth, long-term success, and equal contribution. And the Ten of Swords can be about crisis and loss and some painful endings. I think you guys are trying to recover from and get some stuff together after what's happened in COVID. Some of you are going through a relationship of some kind, or someone around you that's deeply impacting you, where there have been some endings. This could be a marriage. This could be a company of some kind. Again, remember what you've learned from the past and see it very clearly for what it is. You may be in some situations where there will be a sense of betrayal, or there's some painful endings. This could also be a health issue as well. So prepare for the future now, moving forward. This can all be avoided. I kind of get the sense that this is a relationship, and based on the oracle cards, I think it's about a person that in your life that might be confusing you to some degree. In the past, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse to the Queen of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a wife. This is a businesswoman, a married woman, a mother, or a person that's very nurturing and practical and very giving to other people. What I'm seeing here is guilt and really giving in a situation. So The Seven of Swords in reverse can feel like a bit of an identity crisis. It's a secret that we catch ourselves in. We realize we've cheated ourselves or we kid ourselves about something. But right before we go to bed at night, we're like, who am I really in this situation? I'm feeling guilty. I want to do something different. I'm not able to be as flexible or adaptable in this situation as I want to. I can't stay one step ahead of everybody else here. I don't feel like I can at all. And I think you were in a situation where you just felt like you had to be very giving and provide for someone else, possibly out of guilt. Don't cheat yourself. This could have been recent past or distant past as well. I think it's led to a tower, okay, to some degree. What your soul is telling you at all times, this is the advice within the spread for a Celtic cross for me. I always ask, instead of what are they thinking about all the time, Spirit, I say, Spirit, what are you telling them to do when they're at their highest version of themselves? What do you think they should do? They're saying to you, be strong, like the energy of Leo, and reprioritize. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is where we're a little overcommitted and we're disorganized. We can't be flexible. We can't be adaptable. We can't juggle a bunch of things all at once anymore. We can't push out our emotions anymore. We drop all the balls and we have to face a situation and say, okay, I've been way overcommitted here. I can't juggle two things at once or all these things at once. I definitely have to reprioritize. And that's what when prioritize came out, I was like, okay, their guides are telling them, when we drop all the balls like this, it's just meant to give us room to feel our feelings and to stop trying to weigh our odds back and forth. It's a moment where you're meant to pause and be strong, have strength of character, tame pride, tame emotion, tame insecurity, tame desire, tame inadequacy, be diplomatic, be compassionate, be persuasive in the right ways for the right reasons. You will have to show up and be strong and be the gentling influence in a situation in July that you were trying to balance with a lot of other things and it might not have been working. It might even lead you to some isolation. Some of you might act out of impulse because you're having a hard time being alone. They're saying, be strong. You've got this. You've just got to reprioritize some things. In your actions, this was interesting to me. I see you guys struggling through something here, back and forth and back and forth. All I'll say is, I know that it's meant to teach you strength of character and moving forward and making great decisions that have a lot of fertile ground. So the actions you're taking, the Nine of Cups to the Empress in reverse. So first of all, someone would be really, really happy if somebody else would just get a divorce. I'll just say that right now. I'll flat out call it out and say it. That was the first thing I heard. Someone might be really caving into some indulgences or asking you to do that. I see that you're going towards wish fulfillment. I see that you're trying to be content and satisfied and grateful with all the cups you have right in front of you. You already have 9 whole cups. But I think that for some of you, you were very giving in a situation to the point where you're like, am I cheating myself? Am I kidding myself? I think it might make me happier and wish fulfillment to step down out of something. But the Empress is a card that we usually want to see in the upright. The Empress has very high standards. The Empress has very good boundaries. She is the queen of all queens, and she's not taking anybody's shit. Some of you, it makes you happier to get out of this big leadership role. But the Empress sees a lot of fertile ground. She's very nurturing. She's very practical. I think some of you are like, look, I'm done indulging a person. I want to indulge myself. I want to focus on self-care. I know that I need to get more creative in a situation so that I can have wish fulfillment. Work on getting your own Empress into the upright. Even a single person can do this. If you feel like you're stepping down out of a leadership role, to make yourself happier, that's great. But remember your oracle cards. You do have to be strong in this situation, and you will be facing some endings. And I think a lot of it might have to do with family commitment and money. I clarified this Empress in reverse because I was curious. And I got an 8 of Pentacles and a King of Wands. And I noticed that he's looking down at her. This might have to do with money. This might have to do with job or work. This could have to do with a person that you work around. I see that maybe for some of you, you're trying to step out of a situation where you don't see a lot of fertile ground, and it would be a wish come true and more wish fulfillment if you could just roll up your sleeves and work amongst a team and do something on your own. Some of you are thinking about a side hustle project that would make you very happy. You don't want to be in this big company or this big leadership role, and you feel like, I see a lot more long-term success and a lot of passion, but I will have to work really hard for it. I think that this might be a person that works with you or works around you that might be exerting a little bit of control to some degree, maybe, and is very passionate. Sometimes the King of Wands can be quote unquote the other man. So I'm just telling you all the messages I hear. This could be a person around you that works really hard and they seem to ignore you. This might be throwing you off, confusing you about what really makes you happy. They know what they're doing. Okay, this King of Wands, he has long term success on his mind. I have two kings on the table, a King of Wands and a King of Pentacles. So one is a little bit more committed to himself, one is committed to career, family, and stuff like that. So it could be two different people. The way you see yourselves, though, Ace of Swords to the Eight of Wands in reverse. You see yourself as wanting a breakthrough. You see yourself as wanting mental clarity. So I see you working at it with the clear vision. They're telling you, get an even bigger picture, take an even bigger overview effect. And I see Capricorn saying, yeah, I know, I'm super smart. I know what I want in this situation. I do want to operate out of a place of clarity. I do want to have a breakthrough. And I do want to have a new idea. Just make sure you're not doing it out of panic or frustration. The Eight of Wands is where we kind of resist change, and there are delays that frustrate us. Things move really slowly. You might be wanting to break through with a person that won't communicate with you, and you might do this out of panic or out of impulse, or someone might do that with you and they meet your sword like, nope, I absolutely want to operate out of a place of clarity. So you see yourself as a little frustrated in July and resisting a little bit of change. Watch for impatience, impulsivity, impulse control, and panic. Just wait for the breakthrough where you feel the clarity, first and foremost. Person around you, interesting. Very interesting. They see themselves as the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be about a career. Opportunity or a manifestation that will go into abundance. They see themselves as this coin. They see themselves as something that can be manifested into the 3D. They also feel Knight of Cups towards you, and the action they want to take towards you is 10 of Cups. So this could be a new job. This could be a relationship. This person's going to pour it on like Romeo. They are very creative. They are very charming. They are very beautiful. With a Knight of Cups here and the Page of Cups in reverse, this person might appear to be a little younger, or they like youth and beautiful things. This is not bad. Knights come and go, okay? They come right in and give us the Kool-Aid. They do, and it's not bad, but it's very romantic and beautiful. It could be a creative project, and they might be saying, look, we could be really happy together. This could have a beautiful, happy, harmonious ending. Where we totally align in values and we completely connect. I wanted to know what was going on with this Knight of Cups because it looks great, but I see a lot of confusion for you. What's motivating this person? Five of Pentacles in reverse to the King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in reverse. So the truth is, underneath this Knight of Cups, this person's feeling very vulnerable. They might even be a little creatively blocked up. They might be operating out of a place of attention-seeking behavior. This could have to do with a child as well. This person may just be feeling kind of vulnerable deep down, whether you realize it or not. They seem very worried about the pentacles and finances and career. So this could be a business partner or something that's really struggling to come in from out of the cold. They just want to break even. They do want control. Okay, they do want control. They want to take the lead. They do want security and abundance, and they are going to appear to be very grounded. They are very motivated by pentacles. This is not bad. It just depends on the person. And if there's a child involved, this kid might be getting lost in the mix, or the truth is deep down, they are feeling a little vulnerable. I think they're going to give you a really great sales pitch. But honestly, I think it's going to confuse you because the Seven of Cups is here. You do have choices to bring new relationships and creative projects into your life. Don't get confused. Find the cup that feels good. You might be operating out of a lack of clarity here with the sun in reverse. We want the sun in the upright. Watch for someone's inner child coming out. Watch for ego getting in the way. Allow the sun to go down on things that don't work for you and focus on new things, new relationships, new love, new creative projects. You do have a lot of choices. I see you a little bit confused. He looks pretty confused here. In your feelings, I think that this is a person that you have had arguments with in the past, or you'll go through some situations where you or a person around you wants to reconcile or make amends. There will be past resentment hanging on that you'll have to work through. I think the King of Wands is great, and the Eight of Pentacles, which is let's work on this. It would take a lot of repetitive tasks. I just don't want the Empress to come out of the upright for you. Make sure you remember elephant spirit, where, okay, if you want to reconcile with a person, get through the past resentment and don't forget about the past. Okay. Make sure you really truly can collaborate, because a collaboration is a team effort. There isn't a boss in this situation. It's a collaboration. If that's what you want, great. Just be careful about it, because with the Ten of Swords here and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the frustration, just be careful about what you're doing. Really make sure you search your own soul. Final outcome for the end of July, Three of Cups to the Fool in reverse. So you could get yourself in some triangulations that might be reckless and foolish. Make sure you're able to have a beginner's mindset and leave the past behind. Some of you are ditching an Aries or a Gemini or a Libra out of your life, and you're like, no, 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 no. I'm going to do some creative collaborations that actually work for me the way Ant Spirit really wants you to. I'm seeing a let's all try to get along vibe, because this Queen of Pentacles in you and the strength in you feels like you kind of have to be HR here and take care of everybody. Make sure you're not dealing with someone else's foolishness and recklessness, or your own either, okay? Because I think the Three of Cups is beautiful. This is healing. This is forgiveness, creative collaborations, friendships, a great soul tribe. Make sure you're not the one being foolish or reckless. You might be invited to something like this, but you're afraid to take a risk because there's some past resentment hanging on, and you do know you have other choices. Yeah. Okay, Capricorn. So that's your reading for July. If this resonates with you, I hope it helps you. I see you guys going through a lot. So, I deliver the messages that I get. Please don't leave negative comments if this wasn't happy and roses and sunshine for you. This is your reading. This is your spread. You can make changes and make it all work out the way you want it to. I truly hope this helps you guys, because I love you guys. I love your sign. You're one of my favorite signs. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Capricorn. Take care of yourselves. I really love you guys, and I'll see you next time.